From one Blue Jays way in Toronto, welcome to Rogers Center. The show brings you game one of a big four-game set. It's the Baltimore Orioles and the Toronto Blue Jays. Well, Siggy, today we get the pleasure of seeing one of the hottest bats in baseball. His consistency at the plate has been remarkable.
Yeah, Boog, one of the toughest outs in the league right now. Sit back and relax because this guy's about to put on a show.
First pitch coming your way next. Just about ready to go. And today's starter, Zach Gallen. And Singy, we were talking earlier about how he's doing a great job navigating through tough spots.
I've just been so impressed with when it seems like there's more pressure, he's more calm and settles in. He's done an incredible job with runners in scoring position. Most guys, they get a little tight, they start to aim the baseball, but for some reason, he gets looser, the ball comes out of his hand with more life, and he's able to wiggle off the hook of tough situations and get his team back in the dugout.
That's a walk. Went with the cutter again, but couldn't find his zone. So a man at first. Runner takes off. That's towards center. Varsho sizes this one up. Hauls it in for the out. All right, let's take a look at the Orioles lineup now. Chris, this is a lineup offensively that could be really good for years to come.
They're deep, first and foremost, but the way that they can manipulate their personnel.
That's strike three and the third out. And we're back. Getting the nod in this one, Grayson Rodriguez. What's the word on him?
Well, he's allowing just over one base runner per inning, which is really good, especially for a starter, because these hitters get to see you 2, 3, maybe even 4 times in a start. So just shows you how deceptive and how effective his stuff is. We'll see if it's that way in this one.
Fair ball.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good count. Just a bloop hit behind third right there, and that's a really tough play for a third baseman or shortstop to get to, and the same for the left fielder. So he just found a perfect place to drop that one in right there. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
The pitch. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Oh, that slider was way out of the zone, and for me it just comes down to not seeing the pitch out of the hand, not tracking it into the zone, and then also being a little bit anxious, not confident in your two-strike approach. And so when a guy's in that position, you get him to commit early, and a lot of times you get the swing and miss as you did right there.
First and second, one out. Anthony Santander at the plate. 2 on, 1 out. Sliced hard but foul.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Well, he's got great strikeout stuff on the mound, doesn't he? I mean, double-digit strikeouts in his last start, and he's just racking them up again in this one. This guy can really dominate a game out there. Not a fun assignment for any lineup.
1-2.
Next pitch is outside.
Well, lots of pitches thrown in this first inning. It's kind of that nightmare scenario for starting pitching. But you know what? It's still early enough. He can settle in. He can get some length if he just cleans up his mechanics a little bit.
Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Coming around third is Jimenez. He'll score easily.
Big swing of the bat right there to give him the lead. That was clutch. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
And now it's Dalton Varsho. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. Vladdy coming around third. He'll score, and they take a 2-run lead.
Couple of singles back-to-back. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield.
And now Spencer Steer. That one almost got him.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
Swings through that one for strike two.
2-2.
Swings and misses, struck him out. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now the third baseman, Jordan Westburg. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
At the plate, Kobe Mayo. Next offering is in for a strike.
Dude, one of our favorites, Jerry Hillsdale umpiring behind home plate in this one. Pretty much by the book with his strike zone.
And because he's so by the book, you'll sometimes see pitchers questioning him. They'll make a good pitch on the edge of the zone, want the strike, and not get the call. But most of the time, Jerry gets it right. He's a good one. Just misses there.
Well, the best way to shake off yesterday's struggles is to get on the board early. They've got a guy in scoring position. They've got to find a way here to get him in.
This one popped up. Infield fly called there.
In effect.
And now Colton Cowser. And that'll load the bases.
Well, he's been in a very giving mood today.
So they're all loaded up. And here is Mickey Moniak.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
In the air, right field. Rooker has a beat on it. Squeezes it. Runners tag up from second and third. He'll score on the sac fly. And a 2-1 ball game now. Here's Ryan Mountcastle. 2 on, 2 outs. Swing and a miss at a slider.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Slice to right. And it stays fair. 1 runs in. Cowser headed for the plate. And he's out.
You're out.
Cut down, and that ends the inning. So it's 2 runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1. Back here at Rogers Center, ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now for the Jays, Addison Barger. Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone. Singy wasn't very sharp in the first, got hit around a little bit, just wasn't able to locate particularly well. A lot of stuff in the fat part of the plate.
Yeah, Boog, he wasn't fooling anyone. It's a tough place to be because it's not always obvious what adjustments need to be made. Sometimes it's location, sometimes it's being too predictable. Sometimes you're tipping your pitches. He's going to need to figure it out quickly, though.
Whips it to Mountcastle. That's 1 out, the bottom of the second. Now the catcher up to hit, Alejandro Kirk. And it's strike 2.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
So the lineup flips over. So up next for Toronto, Andres Jimenez. That's out to center field. And a base hit right there. So he gets on base and keeps it going. Willie Adames stands in. Here's the pitch to Adames. Runner on the go. Throw to second, and he's safe. And the league leader in stolen bases does it again. 2-2 now. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. He notches. Welcome back. And coming off a series where the pitching was outstanding, we take a look at those numbers.
You know, these Orioles showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. The numbers kind of speak for themselves with the 4 walks. They've done a great job of not trying to do too much and just staying disciplined.
Full count.
Cut on and lifted in the air. Rooker settles under it. And there's 1 away.
Another thing I love is how they've allowed the game to come to them. They're not forcing the issue when they're on offense. And when you force and get anxious, it starts being a lot more likely that you'll let those pitchers off the hook.
Slinging it to first in time. Here's Tyler O'Neill.
Well, we talk about how the ball is coming out of a pitcher's hand. The way it comes out of his hand as an infielder, wow, really impressive.
Stays alive.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
The 1-2. Just missed.
Ball.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And down on strikes. And good work there as he gets a 1-2. Welcome back as we take a peek at the starting pitching so far this year. Out to short. Tosses to first. Leadoff man retired here in the 3rd. Next is the DH, a switch hitter, Anthony Santander. Foul ball there. 1 out, base is empty. And he grounds one back up the middle. Henderson over to first in time. 2 up, 2 down. And next for Toronto, Brent Rooker. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some. Oh, that's a strikeout, and that'll do it for the inning. And that's outside. 2-1.
2-1.
They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Rooker hauls it in, and there's one away. So now the DH spot, Kobe Mayo. Right through there for a strike. Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. Base is empty, 1 away. Top half of inning number 4. Hit hard on the ground to short. To first, but it pulls him off the bag. Here's Adley Rutschman. Mayo, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. And that drops in for a strike. Swing and a ball popped up. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. 2 away. So digging in, Colton Cowser. Popped up. Adames. And makes the grab. And that is that. And we're back. Bottom 4. And now the center fielder, Dalton Varsho. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, I'm not sure what he was waiting on right there. He got the changeup and still late on it. You rarely see that. It almost makes you think that he was trying to set the pitcher up. I mean, if you can't catch up to the off-speed stuff, there's no way you're going to touch a fastball.
1 down, base is empty. And a foul ball, he stays alive.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off-speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
Line drive, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. Here's the third baseman, Addison Barger. Runner on the move. Cut on and miss. Throw. Save.
Well, nights like this when it seems harder to score, I like the call to put him in motion and try to steal the base. Ball's not carrying, no home runs so far, so trying to manufacture some offense like this may be the way to go.
Swing at a ground ball. Whips it to Mountcastle. And there are 2 down.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Hard ground ball for a base stop. in to score from third. And it's an RBI single. 3-2. They take the lead. Back to the top of the order now. Here's Andres Jimenez.
Nope, ball. 2 balls, 1
Kurt
strike.
off of first with 2 away. And a big swing and a miss.
2 and 2.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And he's up to 8 strikeouts in this one. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's now a 3. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Swing and a line drive, base hit out of the center field. And they have their first hit since the 2nd inning. So the batting order turns over. And now the first baseman, Ryan Mountcastle.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Yeah, that's fouled off.
If he were an average catcher behind the plate, I'd say take second base, but this isn't a catcher you want to run on. His quick release is unreal.
Ground ball right side, could be 2. Jimenez toss to second, back to first, and that is a double play. Now the number 2 hitter, Luis Vasquez. Hit in the air, center field. Varsho settles underneath it. Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. Ripped to right. Cowser makes the play. 1 down.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Slings it across. And a couple of quick outs. 2 outs, base is empty. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Anthony Santander. What a stop. And that's a nice play to end the inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. New inning getting started. Now at the plate, Gunnar Henderson. On the ground to third, but it kicks foul.
You know this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get...
Got him swinging.
Oh, kind of a weird pitch and a weird swing on that strikeout. It's just a slider that caught a lot of the plate. I'd say a very hittable location. But in the box, I think he just gave up on it way too early. And by the time he realized it was dropping into the zone, he just fires off a really poor swing.
In plenty of time to first, and O'Neill is retired. There's a swing and a drive. Varsho moving back for it. Say goodbye to that one. His 14th of the year, and it ties it up. It's 3-3.
That's a game changer right there. A big time swing, and we're all tied up.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. Mayo getting ready to hit. Out towards left center. Steer moving under it. Makes the catch, inning over. This solo homer tied it for the O's. We're tied now with 3 apiece. This is Toronto Blue Jays baseball on the Show Canada. Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Scott Barlow.
And as relievers go, he's not a big strikeout guy. He tries to force weak contact, so command and execution are huge for him.
Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
Talk about tying a guy up. That was ugly.
There's a high chopper, but it kicks foul.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his back down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
Right back to him on the mound. Sends it to first, and that's 1 out as they get the leadoff hitter in the 6th. So up next, Dalton Varsho. That one misses, and it's 2-1. Headed towards the corner. O'Neill on his horse. And that's a foul ball.
Well, they gave up on that pitch early, and it ended up staying in the zone. I'm sure he's kicking himself and would like that pitch again.
Back foot slider ties him up, struck him out. And now for the Jays, Spencer Steer. Comes up empty. That's strike two.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
Chases in the dirt, slider there. That completes the strikeout, and that'll do it. So they go. Welcome back. We're in the seventh. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Sean Armstrong. He pitched yesterday, and we'll see him once again. To the right side, and that chance handled. The flip to the pitcher covering. That's the first out, the top of the seventh. And into the box for Baltimore, Colton Cowser. Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Varsho sizing this one up, makes the catch. 2 down. So digging in, Mickey Moniak. He swings and fouls one off. Fouls it off, still 1-2. 2 outs. Next offering popped in the air, right field. Rooker corrals it, and that's the 3rd out. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Keegan Aiken.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
High chopper to third. Throws across the diamond, and one away in the bottom of the 7th. Now the catcher up to hit, Alejandro Kirk. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. So the go-ahead run is on base with a knock. Andres Jimenez. Now a move being made for a pinch hitter, Edmundo Sosa.
And this is a big at-bat coming, Boog. Definitely a little added pressure on him here.
And that is cut on and missed. And a count 1-2. Swings and misses, struck him out. Tied him up on a fastball inside. Willie Adames will hit next. 2 gone. The possible go-ahead run at first. On the ground, right side. Vasquez gets it to first, and they get Adames for the out. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Paul Sewald.
Big swing and miss stuff right here, Boog. Averaging more than 1 strikeout per inning this season. So far, he's been pretty electric. Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
So up next, Luis Vasquez. Trying to move him over here. Feeds to second, out there. And he'll hold on to it, so they get 1. So digging in, Gunnar Henderson. There goes the runner. Pitch in for a strike. Throw to second. Save.
Now a good opportunity to potentially jump ahead in this game here in the later innings.
In the air, right center. This is mashed way back and gone. His 29th of the season, and they take the lead. It's 5-3. You can sense it inside the stadium. These fans are devastated.
With a low 90s fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, you'll get hit hard. Really good swing there. Patient, waited for it. It was like BP all over again.
1 down. Now the left fielder, Tyler O'Neill. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. Back and forth we go. A seesaw battle in the late stages of this one. And the sweeper is off the plate.
Well, I think he's trying to get a feel for where that one missed. I mean, it could have gone either way, but he looked a little shocked for a second there.
Outside, and that is ball 4.
Now batting, third baseman, Jordan Westbrook.
comes the skipper. Eric Swanson will take over here.
Coming on to face a righty here, and he's been fantastic against him this year. His numbers in those matchups are very good.
O'Neill over at first with one away. Caught him looking for the K. And next for the Orioles, Kobe Mayo.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
They get the force. That ends the frame. But two come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this two-run. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the eighth, Cionel Perez.
Well, he's been hit pretty hard at times this season, as you see with the big ERA. So this is an important outing for him to get on the right track.
And that one hammered. And that ball is gone. That's worth the price of admission. His 22nd homer of the year. It's 5-4. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now. No, I'm not really sure how he kept that fair. When you're out in front on a breaking ball like that, such a good chance that it's going to hook foul, but not this time. He kept the hands moving forward just long enough to sneak it inside that foul pole.
And a pop-up on the left side of the infield. Puts it away for the out. So up next, Brent Rooker trying to hold a one-run lead here the bottom half of the eighth inning. And now the count is full. And another power hitter lurking in the on-deck circle. Struck him out looking. That was pretty nasty.
Well, you can tell he wasn't expecting that ball to break back in on him. He may have been looking for something away, maybe something soft, but that slider on the inside corner absolutely frozen.
Looking to get the tying run on base. And that one handled. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. But not before they answer back with a solo home. We're back. It's the top of the ninth, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Angel Bastardo.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Now the Orioles catcher, Adley Rutschman. And that's off the inside edge. And now it's 3-2. That one ripped. Base hit. And a good start to the inning. And now the right fielder, Colton Cowser. Left field. And that'll fall for a base hit. Lead runner holds up. They're at first and second with nobody out. Here's the center fielder, Mickey Moniak. Slapped hard the other way, but foul. That one ripped right center field. Way back there. Going, gone. He flexes his power with that swing. It's 8-4. That's their third home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot.
And here's the first baseman, Ryan Mountcastle. Right through there for a strike.
Can be tough to bounce back after a big home run, but nobody on, nobody out. You just have to treat it as a fresh inning.
Outside low, 2-2. And there's the ball.
This has been a rough inning, but sometimes you just got to work through it. Save the rest of that bullpen. Somehow stop the bleeding.
The 3-2 is outside, and it's ball 4. Here's the second baseman, Luis Vasquez. Adames. They get one.
Got him.
Throw to first, but he beat it.
He's in there.
So next to hit for Baltimore, Gunnar Henderson. Vasquez at first, one gone. Manager out of the dugout. So they turn to the lefty in this spot, Taylor Rogers.
Bringing in the lefty with the left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Here's the left fielder, Tyler O'Neill. On the ground. They take the force out, and the inning is over. Back now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the ninth, Danny Coulombe.
He doesn't get a lot of strikeouts compared to other relievers, so he relies on getting that soft contact and the defense doing work.
Dives, but it kicks off his glove. No throw, and the defense comes away with nothing. Man at first, nobody out. And now, Addison Barger. Ground ball right side, could be two. Off balance feed, there's one. To first, not in time. Great effort there. He's 2 outs away. Alejandro Kirk next up for the Blue Jays. Ground ball left side, could be two. To second for one. Back to first, double play. And that's the ball game.
A little sigh of relief for the pitcher there, ending the ball game with a nice double play. You always love when you can get 2 for 1, especially when it wraps up the ball game. Nice win for this team today.
And our final here today. Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. The show brings you a matchup of division rivals. It's the Baltimore Orioles and the Toronto Blue Jays. We're all eager to see if his heroics last time out carry over. He was absolutely dialed in at the plate, Singy.
Dialed in is right, partner. Everything seemed to be going.
First pitch coming your way next. So just about set now. And today's starter, Bowden Francis. Base runners are tough to come by with him out there, Chris.
Well, as you can see right there, he is trying to reach a huge milestone of get over 200 strikeouts, and you just hope that he doesn't think about that number too much and goes into this start continuing to do what he's done all season long. That's attack hitters, get the swings and misses. I definitely think he's going to reach it, but most important that he focuses on this start today. His team needs a W.
This ball's chopped on the ground. Fires over to Guerrero. He's out. 2 down, bases empty. Gunnar Henderson, the next to hit for the Orioles. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. And they'll do it again. 2 down, nobody on. Swung on, belted. That's back there. And it hits the fence. And that's a 2-out double.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Anytime you smoke a ball off the wall, you kind of think about what it could have been, but obviously you have to be happy with that result.
That's to third. LeMahieu tosses across the first, and that is back here with my pal Singy. Today's starting pitcher, John Means.
Yeah, and his whip tells you he's been pretty effective this year on the mound. I mean, opposing hitters having a hard time getting on base and then being able to really distract him and do damage in terms of getting around the base path. So, for taking the mound, this is a guy you want out there if you're his teammate, and I expect him to be good in this one.
And here it comes. Struck him out swinging. He swung over top of the curveball. Willie Adames stands in. 1 down, base is empty. Swing and a chopper out to short. Zips it across, and they get Adames for the out. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. Hit hard, base hit. And that keeps the inning going.
He needed that one. It's been a tough stretch at the plate lately. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch he could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
Late with the swing there.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. All set for the start of the inning. Now the third baseman, Jordan Westburg. That's outside. 3-1. That one misses, so a leadoff walk. Here's Adley. Rutschman. Ball to strike. Popped up. LeMahieu. And there's 1 down. Now it's the right fielder, Colton Cowser. Swings and lines a base hit into left field. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only 1 away. Not sure if too many people have been paying attention to it quite yet, Singy, but that extends his hit streak to 11 now. Fly ball down the line. This has got a chance, and it is foul.
A lot of pop in that bat. Had the distance for the Oppo home run.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that puts him just 1K away from 200 on the year. So 2 down now, and here is Luis Vasquez. Foul ball still a 1-2 count. First and second, 2 down here in the second game of the series. That was pretty nasty.
A lot of adrenaline, we can see it right there, and sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking that, executing, and getting out of a tough inning.
Back now in Toronto. We head to the bottom of the second, and now for the Jays, Brent Rooker. Is absolutely belted. It's off the top of the wall.
All over for that one right there. So close to blasting that one out of here the other way, but well, that's very tough to do when you take on the outfield gap like that. Beautiful swing, though. Let the ball get a little deep and drove it to the opposite field.
In the air, left side. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's one down. So up next for Toronto, Spencer Steer. The 1-1 is fouled off. On the ground, right side, and it goes just foul.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Waves at the bender for the strikeout. Now it's LeMahieu up to hit. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. The pitch to LeMahieu. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. And that ends the inning. Back here at Rogers Center, on to the third inning. Here's the Orioles leadoff hitter, T.J. Friedl. And a 1-2. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Here's Ryan Mountcastle. 1 out, bases empty. Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along. And into the box for Baltimore, Gunnar Henderson. Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. That's back there. Gone. That'll fire up the dugout. Home run number 30 on the year. Just like that, they move in front. It's 1-0.
For a pitcher, the odds are in your favor if you keep that breaking ball down. That time, he got punished for it. Hitter just did a really good job of staying within himself and getting the barrel to the baseball.
Next pitch, a slider that misses outside. Though Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep, because teams are really, he takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Solo homer brings in 1 for Baltimore. It's now a 1. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been playing well. Got him. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. Here's Andres Jimenez. The 1-1 is fouled off. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Good job of just putting the ball in play with 2 strikes. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
Runner on the go. Pitch misses. Throw there. Safe. And that's another stolen base for the league leader. Man at second. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Coming home. He'll score easily. It's an RBI single. It's 1-1.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. Timing on the swing was good. Able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach, paying off.
Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. And foul ball. and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, they didn't want to go after him with the fastball at all in that at bat. Nothing but off-speed stuff. Even with all the changeups coming, somehow he was still early on the swing. So I think he had to be thinking it was only a matter of time until he saw some heat.
This one in the air, center field. And that will end the inning. But they pick up one run on the RBI single. All even at one. Start of the fourth. Here's the third baseman, Jordan Westberg. On the ground, right side, Jimenez. The throw to first, and one gone in the fourth as they get the leadoff man. And now the catcher comes up to him, Adley Rutschman. On the ground, right side, and that chance handled. Got him on the off-balance throw. Two quick outs here in the top of the fourth. Colton Cowser digs in now. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-2.
1-2.
2 outs, base is empty. In the air out to center as his second hit of the day.
Boog, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
Swing and a high fly ball right field. That one back, that one on its way, and it's gone. He'll circle the bases, and just like that, they're out front. It's 3-1.
A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
Luis Vasquez, the next to hit for the Orioles. And a swing and a miss there. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. That misses, and the count's even at 2. 2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. Up the middle, Adames fires over to first, and that is the inning. Baltimore with a 2-run shot this inning, and this is now a 3. Welcome back as we take a peek at the starting pitching so far this year. In the air, right field. Puts it away for the out. Dalton Varsho, the next to hit. One down, base is empty. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one. And next for Toronto, Spencer Steer. So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
Oh, I think the key, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two.
That's 3.
A swing and a miss. That retires. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. On the ground to the left. LeMahieu gets it to first. And a quick out, number 1. Ryan Mountcastle, the next to hit for the Orioles. Check swing, and that's a ball. That one fouled off. In the air, out towards right center. Dives, can't get it, base hit. Man at first, and next for the Orioles, Gunnar Henderson. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Hit on the ground, might be 2. There's 1. Not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice.
Good slider inside right there. Batter fighting to get there, just rolled over it, got the ground ball.
Here's the designated hitter for the Orioles, Kobe Mayo. Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
First and second, 2 outs. So next to hit for Baltimore, Jordan Westburg, manager out of the new pitcher now for the Jays, Paul Sewald.
Should be a good first matchup for him here. He's been doing a great.
Now this one gets through. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score.
Comes through with the RBI. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
In there, he's safe. And the lead is up to 5. And into the box for Baltimore, Colton Cowser. Swing and a line drive, base hit into left field. Here comes Rutschman around third. He will score. It's a double. Third hit of the night for him.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with.
There's a swing and a drive. And it one-hops the wall. The run comes in from second, and they're pulling away up by 7 now.
Picks himself up an RBI. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
Here comes the manager. Eric Swanson gets the ball now.
He's throwing the ball very well overall this season. He's been really tough to get to. You see that ERA, and that's where you love to be.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Runner at second, 2 down. This one drilled to left. No doubt about it as they add on more. Gone. His second of the year, and they add to their lead. It's 10-1. And now the center fielder, T.J. Friedel. And that's in there at the knees.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. The final damage here, they bat around. 10 come to the plate. Welcome back to the ballpark as we check out the current playoff picture. Swings through the fastball up in the zone.
Well, he just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
Swing and a miss, and he's down on strikes. Strikeout number 8. Alejandro Kirk getting ready to hit. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. One down, base is empty. Got him. Whiff number 9 for him in this game. 9.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
Fought off foul. Fly ball down the line. Drops into the glove, and that is that. And we're back. Start of the 6th, John Shambi with Chris Singleton. And leading off, Ryan Mountcastle.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Just misses the mark outside the zone. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. And the leadoff man aboard. Gunnar Henderson, the next to hit for the Orioles. Lifted in the air down the left side. And it stays fair. The throw in, not in time. He's safe. And it's second and third with nobody out.
Oh, this has been a really nice game at the plate for him. He looks locked in. Kind of a risky pitch coming inside with the breaking ball like that. You have to bury it. Otherwise, it's not too difficult to get the bat to it like he did that time.
Digging in, Kobe Mayo. Next pitch is outside.
He's getting a little frustrated out there on the mound, getting hit around a little bit. Let's see if he can settle himself down.
And they're all loaded up.
Second walk of the game for him, and he's been really patient at the plate. The game plan that he's sticking to. He's just not going outside of what he's looking for up there.
Ground ball up the middle. Base hit. One run is in. Now the second run is in, and they extend their lead. Adley Rutschman, the next to hit for the Orioles. Here comes the manager. New pitcher now for the Jays, Ryan Burr.
And he's had 3 days off since he pitched last, so expect him to be totally rested. I'm sure he's itching for this opportunity right now.
Rutschman checks his swing. Appeal down to third. No swing. On the ground to second, might be two. Good feed. That's one. Over to first, safe.
Well, a well-thrown slider like that one can be tough to get in the air. Good downward break on that one.
And next for the Orioles, Colton Cowser. Swing and a miss. Burr, he's kind of a prototype. Slice the other way. That's a base hit. In comes the run from third to add on. It's an RBI single, and the lead continues to grow. So first and second with one man gone. Mickey Moniak, the next to hit for the Orioles. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. So first and second with 2 outs. So next to hit for Baltimore, Luis Vasquez.
Now, as a hitter, when a guy like this comes into the game, you feel like he's standing.
And he got him. Strike 3, and that'll retire the side. Welcome back as we take a check of the current standings. On the ground to short. Fires across the diamond. One up, one down. And now for the Jays, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Up the middle, and he knocks it down. Still able to get it there in time. And they come away with an out after a tricky start to the play. 2 outs, base is empty. Anthony Santander next up for the Blue Jays.
Definitely a frustrating day for the offense, but when they look at it, this guy's had his best stuff. Been painting the corners, working on the edges, and changing speeds.
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. That one is gone. He'll touch them all. It's 13-2.
Maybe he's starting to break out of this mini slump. That's the type of swing that makes you think good things are coming his way. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spit on some other pitches in this at bat. Was very patient, and it paid off.
And the batter now, Brent Rooker. And a swing and a miss. Plenty of offense in this one, Singy. I guess you'd say kind of what we expected, though.
Well, this was a game, looking at the pitching matchup, where you expected offense.
That's strike 3 and the third out. So we take a break. Toronto picks up 1 on this homer. 7th inning coming up. Major League Baseball is on the show. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Angel Bastardo.
And he's done a great job keeping the ball in the park this year. The numbers stack up with some of the best in the game.
This one smoked. Could be trouble. Around first and hustling for second. And he's going to get to second with nobody out. And into the box for Baltimore, Ryan Mountcastle. Next offering is in for a strike. Chopped to third. On to first.
He's out.
That's the first out, the top of the 7th. And next for the Orioles, Gunnar Henderson. Friedel, the runner at second with 1 away. Looks like they want to set up the double play. Intentional walk will make it first and second with 1 gone. So here's the cleanup hitter, Kobe May Adames. And there's 2 away. So next to hit for Baltimore, Jordan Westburg. Up the middle. On the run, sends it over to first, and he gets him. Nicely done. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the seventh. Roansy Contreras.
He's averaging more than 1 hit allowed per inning pitched this season, and that's not where you want to be at all. So we'll see how he does here.
Brings it in, and there's one away. Now the left fielder, Spencer Steer. Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the third straight at bat. 2 down, bases empty. Here's DJ LeMahieu. That to right. Cowser sizes this one up. He's got it, and that is that. Back here in a blowout, which gives us a chance to talk about just about anything.
Bro, don't get me fired.
Do you collect baseball cards?
You know, when I was a kid, I used to put them in my back tire of my bicycle so it would sound like a motorcycle. Probably ruined some good cards back then, but don't really have much of a collection. The other day I came across a bind.
Balls it in, and there's one away. Mickey Moniak, the next to hit for the Orioles. Ground ball left side, could be 2. Goes to second for 1. Relay to Guerrero, in time, inning ending. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the inning. Here's the Toronto catcher, Alejandro Kirk. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single. Andres Jimenez next up for the Blue Jays. And there's a foul ball.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. And there's one down. So up next for Toronto, Willy Adames. Kirk leads off first with one away. And it remains 2-2.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts, so they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him into scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring.
They get the force. That's the inning. Back now in Toronto. All set to start the 9th in this one. Now it's the second baseman, Luis Vasquez. That one misses. So a leadoff walk. So a man aboard. Here's the center fielder, T.J. Friedl. The 1-1 is fouled off. Nobody out. Runner at first. On the ground, 2 ball. To Adames. That's 1. Out on the toss to the pitcher. It's a 3-6-1 double play. Ryan Mountcastle, the next to hit for the Orioles. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And it's a 3. Back here at Rogers Center. So now a pinch hitter, Luis Arias.
Well, plenty of work to do on offense, so they're just looking for any kind of spark here.
Swing and a line drive ripped out into left center field. That'll touch down for a hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning. And now the right fielder, Brent Rooker. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
He's making things difficult for himself right now out there on the mound, but you know his confidence should still be high enough to get out of this, but he's gonna have to buckle down right here.
Arise over at second. Rooker at first with no outs. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball.
Well, it can be so tough as a hitter to pull yourself out of an extended slump, one that lasts for several games, even a week or more. Right now, he's really in one, so I'm sure his mind is all over the place, racing, having a hard time sleeping, trying to figure out.
Vasquez to second. There's one. Wide throw pulls him off the bag, and the inning still alive. So they're down to their final out. DJ LeMahieu will hit next. Contreras is just one strike away. Got him, and that's the ball game.
After a couple of times through the order, this team really figured it out with the bats. A huge fifth inning, and that was all they really needed to get this victory today. Really nice job to pick up the W today.
And the final 13-2 as the Orioles win this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show. Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. MLB The Show brings you the game of the week. It's the Baltimore Orioles and the Toronto Blue Jays. Biggest story in this one is just how dominant his pitching has been, Singy. He's been in complete control in recent starts.
So much confidence on the bump, Boog. Painting corners, changing speeds. He's been an absolute nightmare for would-be hitters.
First pitch coming at you right after the break. All right, just about set to go. And on the hill in this one, Cal Quantrill. What do we need to know here about the right-hander?
Well, what quickly stands out to me for this guy is that he comes in with a 3-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio on the season. So when you consider consistency, the ability to get swings and misses and to limit base runners, that's critical in winning games today, especially when teams are depending on the big swing, the home run, to win ball games.
Swing and a miss. Going to count 1-2.
2 strikes.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
First strikeout for him in this one. That splitter is maybe the go-to pitch when he's looking for a swing and miss like that. He throws it quite a bit, and that's a good example of the effect it can have on a hitter.
So digging in, Jackson Holliday zips it to first, Quick start here this evening. 2 out, top of the first. 2 outs, base is empty. And into the box for Baltimore, Gunnar Henderson. And that one in the air center field. Varsho racing over to make the catch. Nothing. Blue Jays coming up. It's Major League Baseball on the show.
Well, coming into this game, hitters are batting under 250 against this starting pitcher. So it just shows you how effective he's been. He's been able to move his pitches around, add and subtract, change up the look so that hitters don't get too comfortable and start squaring up the baseball. We'll see what he's got in this one.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Gloves it on the dive. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly.
Well, this is unfortunate because it looked like it was going to be an awesome play, something we see on the highlights tonight and tomorrow. But you have to applaud the effort on the stop. And if you don't take care of the throw, it goes from a wow moment to one you regret really quick.
Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Check on the runner.
He's safe.
Jimenez leads off first with 1 away. And that one is lifted in the air. Cowser gets under it. Pulls it down, and there's 2 gone. Anthony Santander at the plate. Chris, he's definitely going to finish the year with a new career high in homers. We just don't know how many he's going to hit quite yet. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Pulled the trigger. And we're back. Top of the second. Here's Tyler O'Neill. Swings and misses. Now he's in a 1-2 hole.
2 straight.
And that's in the dirt.
2-2 count.
Fights it off. He'll see another. Quantrill back to work. Still 2-2 after the foul ball.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
That's about as nasty of a splinter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
Jimenez. He beats it out, and the tapper turns into an infield single.
Boog, that's staying within his game right there. I mean, this speedster gets the infield single, and now he's on base to possibly do some damage. I love seeing what guys like this can do to disrupt the game once they get in a position to do so.
Got him looking. That K is his 3rd of the game. Here's Adley Rutschman. And now 2 balls and a strike. Outside with a breaking ball. Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else.
Fires over to Guerrero. 3rd out, and that ends the frame. 1 left for the Orioles. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's a big power threat. Brent Rooker. Swings through that.
That front door slider is such a devastating pitch. You don't want to get beat by the inside fastball, so you cheat a little bit, and then by the time it gets there, it's out of the swing plane.
Swing and a broken bat flare. Whips it to Mountcastle, and quickly 1 away in the second. And now it's Dalton Varsho. Nothing here in the bottom of the second. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and he's registered 3 Ks in this one. And next for Toronto, Spencer Steer. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Liner, and this could be trouble. Around first, heading for 2. And that's a double.
Really nice job of 2-strike hitting in that at bat. That was exactly what you're looking to do with the pitch away, especially in that situation. Drive it into the opposite field gap. Got himself 2 bags on a great swing of the bat. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ball.
Oh, that ball finds its way into the outfield. A base hit. The throw's offline. He's safe. And it's 1-0. Here's the catcher, Dalton rushing. Left-hand batter waits. Swing and a miss. Barker off of first with 2 away. Got him swinging. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. Top half of the 3rd inning, and into the box for Baltimore, Colton Cowser. And that one fouled off. Quattro back to work. Fouls it off, still 1-2. And a swing and a miss. He's notched 4 strikeouts now. Here's Ryan Mountcastle.
You know, it didn't take Mountcastle long to make a splash at the major league level. In 2021, he became the first rookie to lead the Orioles in home runs since Kurt Blefary in 1965.
High in the air, out to right. Rooker. He's got it, and there's 2 away. Back to the top of the lineup. Here's the Orioles leadoff hitter, T.J. Friedl. Battling here as he fouls it away. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Swings and misses, struck him out. 1-2-3 go the Orioles. They still trail 1-0. Back now in Toronto, set for the bottom of the 3rd. Here's Andres Jimenez. Next offering is fouled back. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Willie Adames stands in. One down, base is empty. That one missed. Out to short. Sends it across the first. And 2 straight set down to begin the bottom of the 3rd. And now for the Jays, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And a nice inning of work there. As we go to the top of the 4th. And stepping in is the speedy Jackson Holiday. Swings through that one for strike 2.
2 strikes.
Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. He's got it. 1 up, 1 down. And next for the Orioles, Gunnar Henderson. And a foul ball. 1 down, base is empty. And a swing and a miss. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off.
Adames, the throw to first. And he is thrown. Back here at Rogers Center, John Sciambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the 4th, Anthony Santander. The 1-1. To the right side. Steps on first for the out. So up next, Brent Rooker. Swings here and drives one well left field. Way back, and you can't forget it. His 21st of the year. It's 2-0.
A breaking ball on the inside part of the plate requires a hitter to stay really square with his mechanics. If you fly open with the fresh shoulder, there's no way you keep that ball fair. An outstanding job mechanically. He deserves that home run.
Now here is Dalton Varsho. Oh, great stop. And that's a great play for the out. 2 down, bases empty. Here's the left fielder, Spencer Steer. That one almost got him.
2 strikes. Three and 2.
2 outs, bases empty. And there's ball 4.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. That one ran inside, almost got him. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. In time, the 2-3 strikeout ends the inning. Toronto extends the lead on the solo shot. Swing and a foul out of play. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning. So now the DH spot, Kobe Mayo out towards right center field. Rooker makes the catch, and there's one gone. Adley Rutschman, the next to hit for the Orioles. On the ground, could be 2. Spin throw, that's one. Relay to Guerrero in time, inning-ending double. Welcome back as we take a check of the current standings. And a 1-1. Late swing, foul to the left. Hit in the air out to center field. Friedel makes the grab. 1 away. Back to the leadoff spot in the Blue Jays lineup. Andres Jimenez next up for the Blue Jays. This one lifted in the air, left field. Out number 2. Now a chance for Willy Adames.
We got a full count.
And that's ball 4. Tried another slider, but it missed the plate.
Pretty good pitch on 3-2, right around the knees, but just no help from the umpire.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. digs in now. Throw to first. Adames back on a dive. Adames leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Runner takes off. Swing and a miss. Throw to second. Out at second.
2 straight.
And welcome back to the ballpark. All right, we go to the Top half of inning number 6. Now it's the right fielder, Colton Cowser. Chris, he's currently the team leader in stolen bases. Got him swinging. Picks up strikeout number 7.
Well, you always want those pitches back as a hitter. It caught a lot of the zone and definitely not the intended location, but those splitters can dance around and miss a barrel even when they're not perfectly executed.
Out to center. Varsho snags it. 2 down.
Well, I think the key, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Now this is in the air down the line. Rooker on his way over. Tries to make the play, but it's foul. Hit in the air left field. And that'll fall for a base hit. And that keeps the inning alive.
Oh, that's 2-strike hitting right there. He did well just to put the ball in play. He clearly didn't catch that one on the big part of the bat. Just kind of muscled it out there. And, on the mound, it can be pretty frustrating for a pitcher. But you just kind of have to expect those to drop in there sometimes.
2 outs. So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Well, this could be the start of something. They haven't found a way to score yet, but now's their chance to change that.
Gunnar Henderson, the next to hit. Big swing and a miss.
He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
Swing and a ball driven out to center. That one carrying. And that is gone. He rocketed that one out of here. That's his 3rd home run of the series. It's 3-2. That's his 3rd straight game with a homer, Singy.
This dude is on fire, Boog. These kinds of streaks just don't come around too often. Boog, I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
2 gone, bases empty, but 3 runs across, and we're the top half of the 6th. Swing and a miss, struck him out. That's his 8th strikeout of the game. But the biggest swing of the inning comes right here. Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Jose Suarez.
Well, he's been a really tough guy to take deep this season. You usually have to string some hits.
Now this one is hammered way back there, on its way and gone, and we are tied. And we're starting over. It's 3-3. That one just sounded different.
Man, might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I can feel that swing from the booth. That might be the toughest pitch to hit a home run on. Same side thrower as the hitter. Inside part of the plate. That front door breaking ball, it'll make you flinch a lot of times. So to stay in there and get through it the way he did, an incredible piece of hitting.
Next to hit, Anthony Santander. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here in the bottom of the 6th. That one out to right. Cowser on the move. And there's one down.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Hit hard, should be extra bases. Now he'll turn for second. And he's into second base with one away as the go-ahead run.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
And now here is Dalton Varsho. Takes it to the bag, steps on first, and it's out number 2.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
Spencer Steer next up for the Blue Jays. Hot shot to first base, and he snags it to end the inning. But we're all tied up thanks to this solo homer. We're tied now. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Zach Jackson.
Well, walks have certainly been an issue for him this season, so we'll see what kind of command he has. Didn't exactly square that one up, but sometimes you don't have to. Just a simple soft liner into center field for the knock right there. Maybe a little bit fooled by the pitch, but he did a good job of staying through it, and that allowed him to fight it off and just get enough behind it. Base knock, and now a free pass. This has the makings of a big inning if they can get a couple more quality at-bats.
Go ahead run on base. Now the Orioles catcher, Adley Rutschman. On the ground to second, might be two. Tags the runner for one. Throw to first, but he beat it. So digging in, Colton Cowser. To third, might be two. There's one. Not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice.
I promise you, there are guys that get a little bit faster when they can smell an RBI. That was a possible inning-ending double play. Great hustle, and he gets rewarded with the RBI because of it.
Next to hit, Ryan Mountcastle.
Ball.
There's a swing and a miss.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Runner on the go. There's a ball. And safe. It's a stolen base.
Well, it seems like 90 feet is such a big deal in a tight one-run game like this one. Maybe it's a little bit risky, but they felt good about it. And
that is that. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. Looking to get the tying run on base. And fouled off. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Couldn't catch up to the heater. Here's the Toronto catcher, Dalton Rushing. Ground ball to the middle. That's a base hit. And that puts the tying run on base.
always feels amazing getting a job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stats. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
Next offering is in for a strike. With the go-ahead run at the plate, here the bottom of the seventh. Runner takes off. Swing and a miss. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag. And the tying run is now in scoring position. Willie Adames next up for the Blue Jays. So the tying run at second.
That's the ball.
Activity in the bullpen. Felix Bautista, the closer, is getting ready and perhaps looking at a long save opportunity here. Barlow getting loose as well. And Adames swings through that one.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good, and then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Man on second, 2 down. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the eighth. Ryan Burr.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
And that one is inside.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
The 2-2 now. That one missing inside. And a ground ball to first. And that's just foul. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
It's not easy laying off that pitch. It's designed to fool you, but he just wasn't fooled at all.
Jackson Holliday, the next to hit for the Orioles. Swings and misses. And the count is 1-2. And that one is popped in the air, shallow center. One down. So up next, Gunnar Henderson. The shortstop takes the ball. And he shatters his bat on the ground to short. Now the throw to first on the run. And they get the out. Here's the Oriole cleanup hitter, Tyler O'Neill. Swings through that
one. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Tipped into the mid, strike 3. So no runs. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Scott Barlow.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves, late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Whips it to Mountcastle. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th. Stepping in, Anthony Santander. Up the middle. Gets it to first. And a couple of quick outs. And now Brent Rooker. Fastball in for a strike. And now 3-2.
And boy, that was the pitch. 3-1. You want to be really aggressive on the fastball.
Struck him out looking. Down in order. Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Jeff Hoffman.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
On the ground, right side, handled by LeMahieu. And the leadoff man retired here in the 9th. Kobe Mayo, the next to hit for the Orioles. One down, base is empty. Swings and misses. That's the second out.
And he'll be beating himself up on the way back to the dugout. Got a pitch to hit and just couldn't get to it. I think that slider really caught way more of the plate than it was supposed to.
2 down, nobody on. Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. Swing and a pop-up. Barker settles underneath it. He's got it. And that is out number 3. No runs, no hits, no errors. 6, 7, 8 scheduled to start the bottom of the 9th. It's the Orioles 4 and the Blue Jays 3. Back now, and on the mound, the closer, Felix Bautista.
I think closer has to be one of the toughest jobs in baseball, and we see a pretty high turnover rate because of it. Every outing seems to be high pressure, this one included. We'll see if he can wrap up the...
Blew the express right by his bat for strike 3.
Oh, you got to be pretty quick with the bat speed these days. So many guys throwing in the upper 90s, and you see the velocity on that one. Just tough to catch up to. I mean, guys are coming in, and they're going max effort. They're not looking to go a long distance. They want to get as many strikeouts as they possibly can.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. A 1-run lead, and the home team trying to pull it out. In there, got him looking for the K. Blue Jays have just 1 out left here. Addison Barker getting ready to hit. Swing and a miss. And now 2-2.
Well, a come and get me fastball right there. He didn't look ready for the velocity. I think it'd be a mistake to throw him anything off speed right here.
Swing and a miss, and that's the ball game.
Well, this was a tightly played game. Got a little of everything. Some timely hitting, runs on the board, key pitching and defense in certain spots. Definitely a fun one to watch.
And the final score here, 4-3. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping. From inside Rogers Center in downtown Toronto, the show has an AL East matchup. It's the Baltimore Orioles and the Toronto Blue Jays. Today, all eyes are on the mound as we've got a pitcher who's been absolutely on fire lately. In fact, in his recent outings, he's been nearly untouchable, Singy.
Oh, you're not.
And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. Just about to get started, and towing the slab in this one, Matt Waldron. How about a report on him, Chris?
That's a strike.
Well, this guy's just been filthy out there on the mound. Hitters batting under 200 against him, and they're just having a hard time squaring up anything, doing any type of damage. The only way he hurts himself is if he gives up the free passes and surrenders a rare home run. But outside of that, it's going to be a tough job for the opposing lineup today.
Rooker makes the grab for the second out. All right, let's take a look at the Orioles lineup now. And a big factor for them in recent games, Colton Cowser.
Well, Boog, over the last 10 games, batting over 400. I mean, he is helping to carry this ball club, and it's something that they really need right now. When you think about how he's performing, other players on this team starting to feed off of him. A lot of positivity around this guy right now.
2 outs. And down on strikes he goes. That's the third out. And we're back. Today's starting pitcher, Zach Eflin. What should we keep an eye on here?
Yeah, and as Whip tells you, he's been pretty effective this year on the mound. I mean, opposing hitters having a hard time getting on base and then being able to really distract him and do damage in terms of getting around the base path. So, taking the mound, this is a guy you want out there if you're his teammate, and I expect him to be good in this one.
Let's take a look at the lineup for the Blue Jays. And an important bat for them, batting 5th in this one, Brent Rooker.
And Boog, he's a fun at bat to watch. I mean, definitely a threat whenever he's got that bat in his hands. But for me, it's all about the mechanics. They're so sound. And when he gets his foot down on time and starts his swing, so much consistency, that bat stays in the zone for a long time, and he squares up the baseball a lot.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's the veteran first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. That one the other way. That's a fair ball, and it's getting into the corner. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. The throw to second is offline.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Anthony Santander at the plate. And there's a fly ball deep right field. Brings it back on a leaping catch. Wow. We move to the second in Toronto. No score. Second inning set to go. Now the third baseman, Jordan Westburg. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
Now it's going to be Kobe Mayo. And that one hammered. That's back. Gone. Home run number 10 on the year. And they grab the lead. It's 2-0. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back.
So next they hit for Baltimore, Colton Cowser. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. Nobody on, nobody out. A pair of runs across in the inning here in the finale of this 4-game set. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Here's Ryan Mountcastle. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Still only 1 out here in the inning. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. The pitch. Stays alive. One down, base is empty. That one hit to right. Rooker makes the catch for the out. And there's 2 away. And here's the catcher, Samuel Basallo. And now 1-2. Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. So the 2-out knock extends the inning and sends them back to the top of the order. And now the center fielder, T.J. Friedel, in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistake.
Oh, look at this. From his knees, the throw. On the money. Nice play. Bottom half of inning number 2. Now, Brent Rooker. Liner caught at second.
He put a really good swing on that pitch and hit the ball hard. You know, line drives won't always find a hole, but the more you can hit the ball like that with good exit velo, the better off you're going to be in the long run.
Swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
1 out, bases empty. Swings through it for the K. Couldn't catch up to the heater. Spencer Steer next up for the Blue Jays. Can't make contact with the sweeper.
1-2.
2 outs. Base is empty. And he chases that one below the zone. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. And it's in time for the 3rd out. Back now in Toronto. New inning getting started. And into the box for Baltimore, Jackson Holliday. Fouled off. And they'll do it again. Gets a piece and stays alive. And they'll do it again. Ripped to short. Slings to first and 1 away in the top of the 3rd. There's the shortstop at the plate. Gunnar Henderson. High fly ball out to left field. Steer under it. He's there. He's got it. 2 down. 2 down. Base is empty. Here's Tyler O'Neill. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's gonna. Oh, now this is blasted. Way back there. On its way. Gone. He made him pay for that one, and they add to the lead. It's 3-0. 2 outs, nobody on. And next for the Orioles, Jordan Westburg. And that drops in for a strike. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep, because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. 1 scores in the inning, coming on this solo home run. It's now ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now for the Jays, Luis Arias. Grounds 1 to short. Henderson. Over to first. Out. Leadoff man retired here in the 3rd. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Dalton Rushing. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
So the batting order turns over. Here's Andres Jimenez. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
Can't glove it cleanly. Gets off a throw. Misplay doesn't cost him. Inning over. Welcome back, and take a look at some hot hitting in this series as we check out the numbers. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. And down on strikes. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill. So next to hit for Baltimore, Colton Cowser. Swings through that one for strike 2.
1-2.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. One down, base is empty. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. That one drilled left field. That's back there. And it's caught just in front of the wall.
Tried to take on the wind in left field right there. Just a little too much traffic up in the air. Mother Nature won that one. It's hard to say, but I think that might be gone otherwise.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. 2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. That's back there. Pulls it in on the warning track. Back here at Rogers Center, ready to go. Bottom 4. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. Hit on the ground to short. Throws to first. And Guerrero is set down. Anthony Santander next up for the Blue Jays. Here's a 1-1. Santander recently taking home Player of the Month honors. Can't connect on the curveball, struck him out. Brent Rooker will hit next. The Orioles leading by 3. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Into center. Friedel makes his way towards it, tracks it down for the out. And that swing and a drive, deep right field. It has the distance, gone. His 2nd of the year. It's 4-0.
Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
The 1-2. Hard hit, right side. He takes it on his own. 1 away here in the 5th. And into the box for Baltimore, Jackson Holliday. That's ball 4. Tried another sweeper, but couldn't find his zone. Gunnar Henderson now at the plate.
Pitch count's getting up there now, and not saying that's the reason for this walk, but this is the point in the game when every sign of wavering starts to get everyone's attention.
Here's the pitch. Runner goes, and ball 4, 2 aboard.
It feels to me like his time on the mound is running short, starting to show some signs of fatigue, so we'll see how much longer they let him go.
2 on, 1 out. Tyler O'Neill, the next to hit for the Orioles. Grounder might be 2 to Jimenez. Relay to Guerrero, in time, inning-ending double play. But the solo shot stretches their lead even further. It's now a 4-0 ball game. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on. Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far. Now a high fly ball out to left center. O'Neill in position, and there's 1 away. Spencer Steer next up for the Blue Jays. 1 down, base is empty. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. That one gets down for a hit. Luis Ariz stands in. Steer stands at first with one out. Runner on the go. Swing and a miss.
One ball.
Safe and second with a stolen base. In the air, left field, down the line. Pulls up, and that's in there for a knock. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners with one out. Dalton rushing next up for the Blue Jays. Out to short. Nice stop from his backside. He pulls into second as a run scores.
Well, this is unfortunate because it looked like it was going to be an awesome play, something we see on the highlights tonight and tomorrow. But you have to applaud the effort on this.
Line drive out towards left field. That's a base hit. The run scores from third, and it's an RBI single. It's 4-2.
Well, here we are, third time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
And a swing and a miss there.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. Got him! Huge strikeout there.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really...
That one is absolutely belted. One runs in, and off the base of the wall. Runner around third. He's safe as he gets his hand in. It's 4-4.
Well, that may end up being an at-bat we go back to later on when this game is over. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive in the center field. So that definitely felt good.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Way inside, gets out of the way.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Waves at the bender for the strikeout. So they get 4 in the inning and have it evened up again. We're through 5, and we are tied 4-4. We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, Sean Armstrong.
And one thing on him, he's been really good this season at keeping the ball in the park. Not an easy guy to take deep.
Ground ball, Vlad Jr., and he takes it himself for the out. And now, Kobe Mayo. That one lifted to left. Steer. As this one sized up, makes the grab, 2 down. And now the right fielder, Colton Cowser. That one close, ruled the ball. And it's 2-1. Swing and a ball popped in the air. And it falls. And that extends the inning. And now the first baseman, Ryan Mountcastle. Drilled in the air out towards right center. He's got it. And that is that. So 1 hit. Back now for the bottom of the 6th. And there's a new pitcher on the mound. Roansy Contreras.
And he's been hit pretty hard at times this year. So he's looking for better. Right now, giving up more than a hit per inning.
Hit on the ground to short. Henderson. Whips it across. 1 away, bottom of the 6th. Here's the center fielder, Dalton Varsho. Swings through that. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Keegan Aiken appears to be getting loose. Barlow getting cranked up as well. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Gassed it right by him.
toughest pitch to hit, fastball on the outer black. Man, sometimes you just got to tip your cap.
Now the left fielder, Spencer Steer, tied at 4. Tap foul at the plate. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. And puts the squeeze on that one. And that's the third. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Taylor Rogers.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think that's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
That cutter right there had just enough movement on it to get the swing and miss. It wasn't a great location by any means. That's typically a spot that hitters can handle. So I'd say he fooled him with just enough of that late action.
Liner, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. Jackson Holiday, the next to hit for the Orioles.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything.
Strike 3, got him swinging. And now 2 gone. Gunnar Henderson digs in now. Swing and a high fly ball to left. Steer brings it in, and that is that. 1 hit. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Keegan Aiken.
And if you dig into his walk rate, his numbers are really impressive. He's really filled up the strike zone this season, so these batters better be ready to swing the bats.
Got him. And there's 1 down. Here's the catcher, Dalton Rushing. Up the middle, Henderson. Handles, throws to first, and that quickly 2 away. Now here's the leadoff man for the Blue Jays, Andres Jimenez. Swing and a miss as he was late.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound.
Threw it by him. A swing and a miss at the fastball. And we're back. We go to the 8th. So now the Orioles cleanup hitter, Tyler O'Neill.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And a swing and a miss. That K is his 3rd of the game.
Good pitch right there. I mean, he's attacking a location that this guy at the plate tends to have trouble with. And there's just so much information in this day and age, sometimes too much information, but the guys that can take that.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. Now here's the Orioles DH, Kobe Mayo. Swing and a ball drilled in the air towards right center field. He's got it, and that'll end the inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready for the bottom of the 8th. Now here is Willie Adames. On the ground. And that's 1 away as the leadoff man is out in the 8th. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. 1 down, base is empty. Late on that fastball.
Big time jam right there. I hate it as a hitter, but standing in center field, you can't help but chuckle a little bit.
Swing and a miss and a changeup in the dirt. Out on the drop. Third strike, 2 gone.
Well, I'm not sure what he was waiting on right there. He got the changeup and still late on it. You rarely see that. It almost makes you think that he was trying to set the pitcher up. I mean, if you can't catch up to the off-speed stuff, there's no way you're going to touch a fastball.
Back foot slider ties him up, struck him out. Blue Jays go down in order. Still all square at 4 apiece. Out of the bullpen for the Jays, Ryan Burr.
Well, he's been excellent against left-handed hitters this year, and that's his first test. This looks like a good move to the pin in terms of the matchup.
4-4 in the ninth. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth. And here's the first baseman, Ryan Mountcastle. Good eye right there.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
That one to first, Guerrero. And he handles it himself for the out. And here's the catcher, Samuel Basallo. This one popped up. Arise has it sized up. And that is that. So they make short. Back now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the ninth, Scott Barlow.
And as relievers go, he's not a big strikeout guy. He tries to force weak contact, so command and execution are huge for him.
This guy's got good power. With one swing, he can win it for him. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball.
Came inside with that two-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with two strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
Movement in the Orioles bullpen. Felix Bautista up and throwing. Colon, the lefty, warming up as well. Squeezes it, and there's two down.
Good piece of hitting right there. Nice hard line drive to the outfield. You're trying to get on base, represent that go-ahead run. Can't hang your head on that at all.
A swing and a miss as he chases way out of the zone.
2 strikes.
Got him swinging. That's the third out, and we'll play extra innings. We're back, and a new arm on the mound as we runner in scoring position, no outs. And now the center fielder, T.J. Friedel. Throw behind the runner, they got him doubled off. Jackson Holiday, the next to hit. And that wasn't even close. Ball 4.
Exactly what they needed him to deliver there. A quality at bat. Now the pressure's on to find a way to get him home.
Here goes the runner. Fights it off. He'll see another. That's to third. Oh, the throw is over his head. And he'll make it to second base with 2 gone. Go ahead run on base. Here's the Oriole cleanup hitter, Tyler O'Neill.
1-2.
Swing and a miss, and he got him. They miss a big chance. We're in extras here. Here's the third baseman, Luis Arias. Move to second, and he's back in there. Swing and a miss. Chased it out of the zone.
He has a tendency to chase out of the zone, and that slider that's down, that's one of his money pitches to get that swing and miss.
He's trying for third. Pitch misses inside. Throw to third, and he's out. Swings and lines one towards the gap, and no one can get there. Now he turns and heads for second. Here's the throw, and the winning run is aboard with a double.
Another multi-hit game for him. He's been really hot lately. I love the approach he had right there with that pitch. Not trying to do too much, but still looking to drive it, and that's exactly what he's able to do into the opposite field gap for the double. Really important at bat coming up now.
And a swing and a miss. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. So up next for Toronto, Andres Jimenez. And time called at the plate. Maybe trying to slow things down here in a crucial spot. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
Well, if he's going to do something special right here, it's going to have to happen with 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss struck him out, and good work. So they turn to their closer. Now the third baseman, Jordan Westburg. Dives and keeps it on the infield. And very nicely done for the out. Kobe Mayo getting ready to hit. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out of the slider, and there's 2 gone. And next for the Orioles, Mickey Moniak. And a count 1-2. And a swing and a miss. And the Orioles set down in order. Back here in extras, and a new pitch. Willie Adames stands in. Here's a 1-1. On the ground at first. He'll do it himself. 1 up, 1 down.
Good sinker low in the zone right there and produced exactly what he was looking for. Ball on the ground, nice ground out.
And a big spot here for Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
2-1.
Pitch out, but no action. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
1 down, and the winning run at third. And a swing and a miss. That's out number 2.
Big strikeout right there, and that kind of takes the pressure off the defense a bit. Infield was in, so now they can move back, give themselves more time on a grounder to make a play. A lot more ways to work out of this and strand that runner at third now.
That one found hard the other way. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. In time. So the drop third strike doesn't hurt. Back now in Toronto. On to the 12th. And now the first. Here comes the manager. So they bring on the veteran, Eric Swanson.
He's got some of the best swing and miss stuff going right now. He's striking out hitters at a very high rate this year. So
got him swinging.
Well, that slider down and away, it's just kind of a slow death. With 2 strikes you're looking to protect, and halfway to the plate, you know you've committed, and you know you're going to have no chance of touching it. Tell you what, sometimes you just have to tip your cap.
Ball 4, he walked in, and that keeps things going. First and second, 1 out. Friedel will hit next. That one 95 to finish him off. Zach Jackson is forced to the mound after the injury.
Well, good luck against this guy. He's been extremely tough to hit this year. His numbers are excellent.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Ground ball, Vlad Jr. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Runner in scoring position, no outs. Now it's the right fielder, Brent Rooker. Up the middle, Henderson. Throws to first in time. One up, one down. And next for Toronto, Dalton Varsho. Lifted in the air, right center field. Friedel sizing this one up. Makes the grab. Runner tags at second. Thought about third there, but throws on the brakes. 2 away now. And now for the Jays, Spencer Steer. Line drive. Brings it in, and that is the inning. All set for the start of the inning. And into the box for Baltimore, Gunnar Henderson. Hit in the air, left field. Grabs it on the run. And there's one away.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
High fly ball out of the left center field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's 2 away. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. So next to hit for Baltimore, Jordan Westburg.
All sliders so far in this at-bat to get ahead in the count, and clearly
in the air, left field. Steer sizes this one up. Drops into the glove. And that's the third. So a new arm out of the bullpen. Here's the third baseman, Luis Arias. Now before the 1-1. Time is called. Welcome back. Pinch hitter getting set to lead off here in extras. DJ LeMahieu. Big spot for him here. Swung on, belted. That one's carrying. That's down. One hops off the wall. Across is the winning run, and the Blue Jays break through to win it in 13.
You know, he had to feel the pressure. Winning run on second base. Found a way to make solid contact, and the winning run comes across to score. Everyone going crazy. Exciting finish to this game today.
Close one here today, and your final 5-4. A 1-run extra inning win for Chris Singleton and our entire crew. I'm John Shambi saying so long. And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Toronto Blue Jays and the San Diego Padres. Today, all eyes are on the mound as we've got a pitcher who's been absolutely on fire lately. In fact, in his recent outings, he's been nearly untouchable, Singy.
Oh, you're not kidding, Boog. Opponents have looked.
First pitch coming your way next. Coming up on the first pitch, and today on the hill, Michael King. Chris, what are you looking for from him?
Well, what quickly stands out to me for this guy is that he comes in with a 3-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio on the season. So when you consider consistency, the ability to get swings and misses, and to limit base runners, that's critical in winning games today, especially when teams are depending on the big swing, the home run, to win ball games.
Swing and a miss. He notches strikeout number 150 this season. Willie Adames stands in. And that one fouled off. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time, a little anxious.
Anthony Santander at the plate. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That's back, and it's gone. So he goes the opposite way with that one. Home run number 50 on the year. It's 1-0. He absolutely feasts on right-handed pitching and devours that one for a homer.
And you can see that's what he expects of himself. At bat after at bat, he's that confident.
Now the Toronto 4-hole hitter, Brent Rooker. 2 down, nobody on. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
1 and 2's the count.
Battling here as he fouls it away. 2 down, base is empty, but 1 run across here in game 1 of this 3-game set. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That K is his 3rd of the game. Jays open it up with a solo homer. It's an early 1-0 lead. Back here at Petco Park. And starting this one, Trey Yesavage. What do you look for here?
Well, that whip is just below the league average, and that's a good thing in this case, not allowing too many base runners. So on most days, he's going to go out there and compete and put his team in a position to win. And I expect to see that from him in this one today.
To third, Barker. To first, 1 gone, bottom half of the first. Yandy Diaz now. 1 out, bases empty. Got him. Here tonight, an efficient start to the home first, 2 away. Now it's Fernando Tatis Jr. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. Back here in San Diego, here's the left fielder, Spencer Steer. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. And now it's Dalton Varsho. One down, base is empty. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Ripped in the air, left field, and a touchdown for a base hit. Around first and hustling for second. The throw in, and he's out. Trying for 2. 2 outs, base is empty. And now to the plate, here's the Toronto DH, Luis Arias. Line drive, Bogarts. Out number 3. We head to the bottom of the second. Manny Machado up to the plate. Next pitch, a slider that misses outside. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. 2-2 now. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Luis Campusano, the next up for the Padres. And that is out of play. Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along. Now here's Jake Cronenworth. Foul ball.
All sliders so far in this at bat to get ahead in the count, and clearly shows there was a game.
Another one. That's 5 straight strikeouts. Padres down in order. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. In the air on the infield, Machado under it, and there's one down. Here's the Toronto catcher, Dalton rushing. Center field, Wall has a beat on it, and he makes the catch. That's out number 2. Here's Andres Jimenez. Inside, and that's ball 4.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Into the outfield, base hit. And now 2 aboard. Oh, the throw is wild. And that'll put runners at the corners with 2 away. So up next for Toronto, Anthony Santander. Strike 2, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Got him. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound.
Well, needed a big strikeout.
Welcome back. Last series, the pitching was not good as we take a check of the numbers. That one misses, and it's 2-1. Out towards right center. That's well struck. Varsho moving back for it. Get out of town. must be going crazy in the dugout. And we're all square. It's 1-1.
Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spent on some other pitches in this at-bat. Was very patient, and it paid off.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. Kyle Farmer up to the plate now.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
In the air, left field, down the line, and that's a fair ball.
Gotta love the resiliency he showed in that at-bat, battling with 2 strikes. Hooked around that pitch on the outside, but he was still able to square it up pretty nicely, and that takes quick, strong wrist to pull that off.
Maybe a 2-ball, 5, 4, 3, and they turn the double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
2 outs. Good job to fight that one off. Next pitch is outside.
Really nice slider right there, sweeping across the dish, but just couldn't hang the edge.
Chopped left side. Tosses to first. That ends the inning. Padres knotted up with this solo homer. All even now at 1-1. And we're back. And now it's going to be Brent Rooker. To the right side. Fair ball. Makes the turn and heads for second. The throw in. Not in time. That's a leadoff double.
Well, the last 10 games or so have been anything but fun at the plate for him, so that one has to feel good. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
Cut on and lifted in the air. Tatis makes the grab, 1 down. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. And next for Toronto, Dalton Varsho. Man at second. Got him swinging. He chased the changeup. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one. Luis Ariz stands in. Swinging a foul straight back. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. The other way. Joe pulls it down, and that is that. Bottom 4, so digging in now for San Diego, Yandy Diaz. Laser could be trouble. Now he'll turn for second. And he's got a leadoff double.
Everything came together for him. Man, that feels so good to shoot an absolute bolt the opposite way. Split the gap and know that you've got extra bases right off the bat. That's the kind of thing hitters dream about when they're falling asleep at night.
And the throw's offline, safe at third. Here's Manny Machado, the 1-1. Swings through that one for strike 2.
Generally, second, third time through the lineup, you want to be able to lean on those secondary pitches and command them. Looks like he's doing a nice job of it.
Swing at a chopper. On the run, throw to first. Not in time. He's safe. A run comes in the play.
Well, that's a frustrating way to fall behind in this one as the infield single drives in the run. And sometimes all you have to do is put the ball in play and you give your teammate a chance to hurry home.
One down, runner at first. And now the catcher comes up to him, Luis Campusano. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with one gone. Stepping in for San Diego, Jake Cronenworth. In the dirt.
Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get two. Get out of this.
3-1.
Machado, the lead runner at second. Campusano at first. One gone.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
So digging in, Forrest Wall. Varsho under it. Squeezes it. Runner tags for home. He'll score on the sac fly. It's 3-1.
Well, that's a quality at bat right there. You know the situation. You need something in the air and deep enough, and that's exactly what he did. Good pass to the baseball.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
2 aboard, 2 outs. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. But 2 runs for him, and they jump ahead. We've played 4. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Up the middle. That's a base hit and a good start to the inning.
Hey, whatever works, right? Doesn't have to be impressive. He kind of muscled that one out there. Didn't get the barrel with it, but the important part was that he found a way to stay through the baseball and just drop it into center field.
Now the batter now, Dalton Rushing on a Cronenworth. And that's 2.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Back to the top of the lineup. Here's the second baseman, Andres Jimenez. Swing and a miss. 1 and 2.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
Fouls it off. Still 1 and 2. 2 outs. Base is empty. Chases the changeup in the dirt. That completes the strikeout, and that'll do it. 1 hit. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Leading off, Connor Joe. High fly ball, right field. Rooker. And it's caught for the out. So the San Diego batting order turns over. Here's Bogarts now. That's off the mark. 2 and 1.
You know, the first manager to ever win a game here at Petco Park was Tony Gwynn.
Yeah.
Yes, Tony Gwynn. They had a college baseball tournament here in March 2004, and Tony managed San Diego State to a win.
That's out to center field. Varsho makes the play. 2 away. And now the DH, Yandy Diaz. And a big swing and a miss.
1 and 2.
And a rope into center field, base hit. And with the inning still alive, here comes the heart of the order. And the batter will be Fernando Tatis Jr. Fouled off left side. Next one misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
2-2.
Swing and a high fly ball down the right field line. And that'll do it. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. 5 innings complete. And welcome back to the ballpark. Start of the 6th, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton. And leading off, Willie Adames. Here's the pitch to Adames. Here's the swing and a line drive and a base hit into right field. Man aboard on the leadoff single. And now for the Jays, Anthony Santander.
Now these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ballgame.
Chases that one out of the zone. And he's up to 8 strikeouts in this one. Brent Rooker next up for the Blue Jays. Rooker having more success against left-handed pitching this season, as might be expected. And that one lifted in the air center field. Wall under this one. 2 away down. And here is Spencer Steer with the tying run at the plate, and we're in the top half of the 6th.
Ball outside.
And he grounds one to the right side. Cronenworth throws on to first. 3rd out. Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound. Angel Bastardo.
And he's been racking up strikeouts at a high rate this year, typically at least 1 an inning, so he'll be tough to get to.
Jimenez throw to first. And that's 1 out as they get the leadoff hitter in the 6th. Line drive, makes the grab, and there's 2 gone. Jake Cronenworth, the next up for the Padres. Swing and a ball lifted left field. Steer on the move. Nabs it, and that'll do it. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Robert Suarez.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect the tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
That one ripped. And out of here. His 11th of the year. It's 3-2.
It's like he's playing wiffle ball up there, and that's typically not the easiest way to hit a home run. To the slight opposite field, into the gap. Man, making it look easy, that's for sure.
Fouled off. He was late. Holding on to a 1-run lead here in the top half of inning number 7. Right through there, got him. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. Now the third baseman, Addison Barger. Slapped foul. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Blue Jays down a run. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Registers the punch out and hits 101. But not before they're able to draw closer with this blast. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary. The next offering misses, and that's ball 3.
3-1.
That one misses, so a leadoff walk. Man at first, nobody out. Kyle Farmer digs in now. In the air, center field. 1 down. Next for the Padres, Connor Joe. To short, could be 2. The underhand flip, there's 1, and that's 2. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Yuki Matsui.
He doesn't get a lot of strikeouts compared to other relievers, so he relies on getting that soft contact and the defense doing work behind him. They'll have to be on their toes with him on the bump.
Andres Jimenez now at the plate. Looking to get the tying run on base. Hit pretty well in the air out to center. Wall on his way over. Makes the catch, 1 down. And the batter will be the shortstop, Willie Adames. Popped up. Cronenworth. Hauls it in, 2 away. And here's the first baseman, Anthony Santander. Late that time, and it's strike two.
Well, no signs of wavering on the mound here in the eighth. He's looking rock solid so far.
Caught and missed. Struck him out. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the eighth, Sean Armstrong.
Well, he's been a bit of a wild card out there in terms of throwing strikes. He's definitely struggled with free passes this year.
So now the DH spot, Yandy Diaz comes up empty. That's strike two.
1-2.
Runner at first with no outs
Ball,
here.
out.
That one outside. 2-2. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Slider got him for strike three. So man aboard, one down, and it's Tatis at the plate. Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. No trouble here, puts it away for the out. And there's two down. Here's Manny Machado now. And that's outside.
The guy at the plate could recognize Slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Not what he wanted to do right there, Boog. That keeps this inning alive, puts a runner in the scoring position, and a chance for this offense to add on to their lead.
On the ground to third. Tosses to first. That ends the inning as they squander a chance to pick up some insurance. We're back, and on the mound is the closer, Jeremiah Estrada.
And this is his 55th game he's come in to pitch this season, so he's got some innings under his belt. He's been an important guy for them.
Swings and misses. And the count 1-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Well, we see it a lot more these days than we ever did when I played, but a slider in the 90s still catches your attention. Even if you're sitting on the pitch, good luck recognizing that tight spin and adjusting to the late break.
And he swings through that one.
A lot of times you'll see a pitcher maybe double up on a pitch. This guy will throw it 3 times, 4 times in a row because hitters just can't lay off of it.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. Now only 1 out remaining. Dalton Varsho next up for the Blue Jays. Rolled softly, but that goes foul.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one.
And a base hit up the middle. So the tying run reaches with 2 away.
That's tremendous fight from him, and I know it's got the dugout fired up down there. Down to the last strike, and he comes up with a hit to keep the game alive. It ain't over yet.
So now pitch hitter for the Blue Jays, Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
And this is a big at-bat coming, Boo. Definitely a little added pressure on him here.
2 outs. Runner on the go. Pitch in for a strike. Throw. Save. And the tying run is now in scoring position.
Well, it seems like 90 feet is such a big deal in a tight 1-run game like this one. Maybe it's a little bit risky, but they felt good about it, and it paid off. Let's see if they...
And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game. A 3-2 final score in this one. They hang on to Nestled between Tony Gwynn Drive and Trevor Hoffman Way, this is Petco Park. MLB The Show has interleague action for you this afternoon. It's the Toronto Blue Jays and the San Diego Padres. Well, Singy, we get to see one of the hottest hitters in the league today. Quite the streak he's riding.
Seriously, Boog, he's been on fire at the plate. A major boost for this team, and I enjoy seeing greatness on display, and this guy just gets it done.
First pitch coming your way next. Just about ready to roll and getting to start, Johan Oviedo. And Singy, he likes pitching at home.
Well, truly for him, there is no place like home. He's been so dominant here. And as a teammate, you expect him when pitching at home this year to go out and dominate just as he has. The fans expect it. And I think everyone around here knows that he's a good pitcher. Even though we don't see the same splits on the road, we're going to start to see that translate as well.
Sends it to first. One out in the top of the first. Let's take a look at the lineup for the Blue Jays. And with their ace on the mound today, they're just looking to provide him a little bit of run support, and they'll see what they can do for him.
Boog, you have to be really careful when you've got a guy like this on the mound for you to not become a spectator. You know that he doesn't give up a whole lot, but sometimes guys get a little too comfortable and don't have an urgency to score runs. You have to make sure you put him in a situation where he can get the W, but also you guys can cruise to the finish line and not have to worry about a comeback in the end.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. This one in the air right field. Tatis brings it in for the third. Back here at Petco Park. And on the mound here today, Zach Gallen. Chris, he's got the ability to take control of a game when he's out there.
Well, incredible mound presence, and he's going to attack hitters. You look at that strikeout per 9 ratio over 10 coming into this start. So he's a pitcher that wants the ball. He's aggressive. He knows that he can get the swing and miss, especially when he needs it most. We'll see how effective he is in this one.
Now at the plate, Jake Cronenworth. And the pitch. And now the count is even. Lined, and that's a base hit. And the Padres have a man aboard with one out. Fernando Tatis Jr. to hit here. Swings and misses. That's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Went back to the slider, and it was a good idea. Here comes Manny Machado. Machado with some impressive production lately. He locked him up, and that'll do it. The inning is over. Back here in San Diego, Anthony Santander at the plate.
You don't stick at the major league level unless you can string together consistently solid performances. Right now, he's showing us why he's lasted in the big leagues.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Been a pretty rough start to this series for him at the plate. 3 strikeouts in the first game yesterday, another one right there. They clearly got a great plan for how to deal with this guy right now.
That one is absolutely belted. Back there. Out of here. He nails one out to right. His 22nd homer of the year, and that gives him a lead. It's 1-0.
That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
Here's the center fielder, Dalton Varsho. Here's a 1-1. Swing and a high fly ball deep left field. Going back, and that one is off the wall. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
He was all over that one. So close to blasting that one out of here the other way. But well, that's very tough to do when you take on the outfield gap like that. Beautiful swing, though. Let the ball get a little deep and drove it to the opposite field.
And now it's DJ LeMahieu digging in. And that's a fair ball. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners with one out. Addison Barger next up for the Blue Jays. The 3-1. Fastball for a strike at 95. The Jays could really use a win here in the thick of the postseason hunt. Got him. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
Well, you got to be ready to swing the bat with a runner in scoring position and 2 strikes. Just put the ball in play somewhere and you got a chance. Very frustrating for him, I'm sure. See if the next guy can pick him up.
And strike 2.
Yeah, and the clubhouse mood swings a little more with each game down the stretch, Boo. Win this one, and they'll be feeling pretty good. Lose it, and maybe some anxiety starts to set in.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. 2 men left. And we're back. And now Max Kepler. And that drops in for a strike.
Well, a good slider from an opposite-handed pitcher has to stay in that tunnel just a little bit longer. Otherwise, recognition can cause you to barrel it up. And right there, the hitter clearly couldn't do anything with it.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Well, he's really dialed in, and this offense is going to have to do something to try to break that rhythm. Maybe it's square around the bunt, step out of the box, agitate him a little bit, do something that just changes what's happening right now, because at this pace it's going to be a long game, so you got to figure it out quickly.
And here is Kyle Farmer, and that misses, and it's 2-1. And delivers outside.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
Ripped to third, but handled, and that'll end the inning. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. There's a swing and a drive. And this one looks like trouble, and that's going to roll to the wall. Into second easily with a leadoff double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. That could be a dangerous pitch if you don't get it inside enough, because as a hitter, you see it coming across the plate the whole way. No problem.
Runner takes off for third. Pitch in for a strike. And the throw's offline. Safe at third. Here's the pitch to Adames. Fly ball to right. Tatis drifts towards it. Hauls it in for the out. 1 away. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Swing and a high fly ball right field. He's there. He's got it. Runner tags from third. He's in on the sac fly, and they lead by 2.
Sometimes all you got to do is your job, and don't overcomplicate things. Keep it simple. Runner third, less than 2 outs. Put the ball in play, and a nice job with the sac fly.
Drilled out towards left center field. Kepler sizing this one up. Makes the grab, and that's the inning. Bottom of the inning, and now the center fielder, Connor Joe. Swing and a ground ball. Whips it to first. Leadoff hitter gone in the third. And the batter now, Leo DeVries. That's towards center. Varsho snags it for the second out. Yandy Diaz getting ready to hit. Ground ball up the middle. Adames fires to first on the run. It's there, and that's a great play. Start of the fourth. Stepping in the long ball threat, Brent Rooker. That missed by a lot. And a count 2-1.
Well, these Jays doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well.
Joe makes the grab, 1 away. Dalton Varsho next up for the Blue Jays. Lifted in the air down the left side. Fair ball. Around first, heading for 2. Throws to second. The tag, and they cut him down, going for 2. Up to the plate steps DJ LeMahieu. Gets him to chase after that one. Gets to it on to first. That completes the strikeout. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been struggling. Swing and a miss as he was late that time. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill. So with 1 down, it'll bring up Fernando Tatis Jr. Swing and a miss. And that's strike 2. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Here's a chopper to short. Throws across the diamond. Already 2 gone here in the home 4th. Here's Machado. Swing and a bouncer. The throw to first. Machado out of the play. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. And a 1-2 again. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. Timing on the swing was good. Able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Now here is Dalton rushing. Joe sizes this one up. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's 1 down. Back to the leadoff spot in the Blue Jays lineup. Here's Andres Gimenez. Swing and a ball popped up. Cronenworth under it. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there are 2 outs. Willie Adames stands in. 2 outs. Swing and a ball popped in the air. And that'll fall for a base hit. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away. And now Vladimir Guerrero Jr. In the air right side. Tatis after it. He's got it. And that is that. So they back here at Petco Park. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now batting Max Kepler. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. And that puts him just 1 K away from 200 on the year. So digging in now for San Diego, Luis Campusano. Gets a piece and stays alive.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through 1 more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Kyle Farmer, the next to hit. That's the third. Slings it across. Padres go down 1-2. Out of the bullpen for the Padres, Nick Mears.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
And a breaking ball misses outside.
Well, these Blue Jays putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. They really made that opposing starter work in this one. Ran his pitch count up, and now they've got an opportunity to continue.
Oh, this one high and deep. Way back there. And that one is gone. He circles the bases. His 51st home run of the year. And they add a run. It's 3-0. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now.
And now here is Brent Rooker. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. And he's got a double.
2 hits for him in this one, both for extra bases. Got to feel good about that. Great hands on that swing to take the inside pitch and drive it into the gap for the double. It's easy to spin off a pitch like that, Boog, and you can pull that thing foul, but that was perfect.
And it finds its way through for a hit. Now a long throw home. It's off the mark, and he scores. And they lead by 4. Now it's LeMahieu up to hit. That's a laser base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
4 hits in a row, and they're really swinging it here. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer.
Oh, that drilled him. Gets it there in time, though, and that's out number 1 on a tough play. At the plate, Dalton rushing.
Two and one.
Hard hit down the line and left. And this one looks like trouble. 1 run across, now 2 runs score. And it's now a 6-run lead. And he's safe at second with a 2-run double. And the Padres now on the bump, Johnny Brito.
Well, he's been hit pretty hard at times this season, as you see with the big ERA. So this is an important outing for him to get on the right track.
Digging in, Andres Jimenez. Joe makes the grab for the second out. So up next for Toronto, Willy Adames. Swing and a miss. And it's 1 and 2.
2 straight.
This to center field. And that'll fall for a base hit. They extend their lead as the runner scores from second. It's an RBI single. It's 7-0. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. digs in now. 2 outs. On the ground, out to short. That'll end the inning after a lot of scoring. Bottom of the 6th inning. Here's the center fielder, Connor Joe. And that one hit to first, but that rolls foul.
Well, every pitcher wants a run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some pitchers. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse. Go after hitters and get quick outs.
Stepping in for San Diego, Leo DeVries. He's got it, and there's 2 away. So the batting order turns over. Now the DH for the Padres, Yandy Diaz.
And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Runner at first with 2 away. Now the number 2 hitter, Jake Cronenworth. So a foul ball makes it 1 and 2. Out to short. Dives, and he can't hang on. No throw, and they don't get an out on the play. And the batter will be Fernando Tatis. A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that'll do it. Let's check out some notable MVP candidates so far this season. Line drive, base hit right field. So a runner aboard to start the inning. Now it's going to be Brent Rooker. Swing and a line drive slicing into right field. And there's one down.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
1-1 now. Into left center for a base hit. And that forces the runner to hold on at second. 2 on with 1 away. 2 on with 1 out. Here's DJ LeMahieu. Right side. Tatis pulls it down, and there's 2 gone. So first and second with 2 outs. Addison Barger next up for the Blue Jays. And he hits a ground ball right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary. Swings through that one out in front that time.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Right side, hard hit. Machado is out.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. 1 down, base is empty. That one is hammered right field. That skips over the fence, so it's an automatic double. Next to hit, Luis Campusano. And the slider just misses. 1 out and a runner at second. Ripped into right field, base hit. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners with 1 out.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle.
Kyle Farmer, the next up for the Padres. Hauls it in for the out. 2 down.
Boy, that was a hanging breaking ball right there. I think he tried to do a little bit too much. Sometimes those eyes can get really big. I think his swing broke down as well, and that's what caused him to pop it up.
Oh.
And now the center fielder, Connor Joe. Runners on first and third, 2 away. Near the bottom of the 7th. In the air out towards right center. Rooker puts it away, and that's the inning. Still in total command on the mound with 7 shutout innings. Blue Jays 7 and the Padres nothing. It's a bit of a blowout now, which gives us a bit more freedom here in the booth.
I'm not sure that's a good thing.
All right, saying in ballpark entertainment, you got a favorite mascot race?
Yeah, I love what they do in D.C. with the former presidents.
Somebody always gets tackled. They always get hurt.
I know, and it's just crazy. Imagine running around in those big, bulky suits, and somebody's always going to go down.
Now it's the second baseman. So now pitch hitter for the Blue Jays, Edmundo Sosa. Looking to start something with 1 gone. 1 down, base is empty. Fouls 1 off. 2-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Do you remember when Tim Kirkjian ran in the sausage race in Milwaukee?
No, I didn't see that one.
Yeah, they used one of the kid-size ones.
You know, this isn't exactly a mask.
Ripped back to the mound, and that got him. The throw is still in time. So a tough play, but they do get out number 2. Jason Adam, ready or not, in the game now after the injury.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Two down, nobody on. And a swing and a miss at the slider in the dirt. In time, the 2-3 strikeout ends the inning. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Taylor Rogers.
Well, he's a big-time strikeout guy out there. This season, averaging more than 1 per inning.
Corrals it, and there's 1 away. Yandy Diaz, the next up for the Padres. 3-1, and he couldn't come up with it. One gone, runner at first. Jake Cronenworth will hit next. Guerrero to Adames. That's 1. Relay to Guerrero in time, inning-ending double play. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule. Line to left and foul ball. Got him swinging. Anthony Santander next up for the Blue Jays. This one smoked out to left. Lays out and makes the play.
You love to see when a guy's hungry to make a play. Right there, an excellent diving catch. You can absolutely tell he was all in tracking that ball down.
2 outs. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. And down on strikes he goes. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3 for the Blue Jays, but they're still in control. It's 7-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Last chance for the home team. And now the right fielder, Fernando Tatis Jr. Manny Machado coming to the plate for the Padres after homering earlier in the game.
Yeah, and nobody has hit more home runs for the Padres franchise than Manny Machado.
You're right about that. It was just last year when Manny passed a member of San Diego's inaugural team from 1969, Nate Colbert, for the top spot. The Padres down to their final strike. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the last half of inning number 9. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and that Hello from Petco Park in beautiful downtown San Diego. Today, the finale of this 3-game weekend set. It's the Toronto Blue Jays and the San Diego Padres. Today, all eyes are on the mound as we've got a pitcher who's been absolutely on fire lately. In fact, in his recent outings, he's been nearly untouchable, Singy.
Oh, you're not kidding, Boog.
First pitch coming at you right after the break. So just about set now. On the hill here today, Joe Musgrove. But, Chris, he hasn't exactly been stellar here on his home mound.
Well, I'll say this. Every player wants to perform well at their home ballpark, in front of their fans, in front of the city. And you know this guy no different. He wants to be more effective here. So, you look at the numbers. They haven't been great at home. I'm sure he wants to turn that around, and we'll see if he's able to start that in this one.
Let's take a look at the lineup for the Blue Jays. One guy leading the way offensively for this club right now, Anthony Santander.
Yeah, Boog, no doubt. He's a huge reason for this club's success this year. I mean, these guys are benefiting in a big way from his clutch at bats and really just the overall production he's been able to put together so far. Leads the American League in RBIs, so expect him to play a role in this one.
Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. The kick, the 3-2. That's a walk. Went with another changeup but missed the spot. So 2 down. And now here's the veteran DH, Anthony Santander. Right-hander kicks, deals. Line drive, and that's a base hit out into center field. And now first and second with 2 outs. Brent Rooker now at the plate. 2 on, 2 outs. And that's a base hit. Headed for the plate. He will score, and they take the lead. And it's an RBI single, 1-0. So 2 outs with runners on the corners. Here's the center fielder, Dalton Varsho. Swing and a chopper out to short. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. Back here in San Diego, pitching in our game today, Bowden Francis.
Well, when I look at him, I just see consistency. This is a guy with 15 wins on the season. When he takes the ball, his teammates know there's a real good chance we're going to win a ball game today. And when you have a guy like that on the mound, gives everyone confidence. Hitters know that we can score runs, but we don't have to score a ton of runs because he's going to keep us in a ball game. So nice to have a guy like that on your roster.
One down, base is empty. Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. And makes the grab. 2 up, 2 down. Yandy Diaz now. Hit on the ground to the right side. Jimenez tosses to first. Inning over. Nothing across. And we're back. And now Spencer Steer. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. Puts it away for the out. And a quick out, number 1. And next for Toronto, Addison Barger. 1 down, base is empty. Swings through that one for strike 2.
No, he's really working that inside corner with the cutter. I tell you what, I hated that pitch. So tough to get the barrel to and to keep it fair.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Here's the catcher, Dalton Rushing. Yeah, big swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
2 outs, base is empty. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And a nice inning of work there. Bottom of the second. Max Kepler at the plate. Inside. 2-1.
This hitter's looking for a fastball, but I'm not sure he's going to get one. Pitcher doesn't have to challenge him. If he feels better about his off-speed secondary stuff, then stay with it.
Luis Campusano, the next up for the Padres.
Wow, that was an awesome leaping catch. Great reactions, great athleticism, and he snatched that thing out of the air, and he robbed him of a base hit.
Now here's Jake Cronenworth. And this is inside.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
Ed Drummond, our umpire behind the plate in this one.
Yeah, Boog, he's a really fair.
Adames, off balance feed. There's one. To first, not in time. Great effort there. Andres Chaparro, the next up for the Padres. Falling behind 2-1.
Pretty easy to give up on that pitch right there. Started on the edge of the plate with the spin. You know it's going to finish well off the plate.
And that's outside. And now it's 3-2. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Slider got him for a strike. Back here at Petco Park. Top half of the third inning. Here's Andres Jimenez. Tapped softly on the ground. Cronenworth gets it to first. And one away in the top of the third. Willie Adames stands in. Gets under it and pops it up. And it drops in. So a man aboard now with one away. So up next, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled. The Blue Jays would love to get a win in this one to boost their postseason hopes. Ground ball could be two. The throw to second. Return throw to first. Got him. Double play. And
ball, that's out.
now a fly ball to right center. Varsho after it. He's got it. One up, one down.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
2 strikes.
Breaking ball in there. Got him looking. That K is his third of the game. Here's Xander Bogaerts. That one to first. Guerrero. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. And welcome back to the ballpark. Anthony Santander at the plate. Chop back up the middle. Bogaerts. Leadoff hitter retired in the fourth. And now for the Jays, Brent Rooker. One down, base is empty. That's in there. 3-2 now.
We got a full count.
And down on strikes. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. And now it's Dalton Varsho. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Down and in, moved his feet.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Cut out and miss, struck him out. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound. Down in order. Back at the ballpark, and in this series, it has been lights out on the mound as we take a check of the numbers. On the ground, and that one handled. Fires over to first, and one gone to the fourth as they get the leadoff man. Stepping in, Yandy Diaz. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2.
2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a slider, and there's 2 gone.
Nice. Doubled up with the slider for that punch out. The one before just caught the zone. So as a hitter, you have to protect right there. Great pitch to just expand a little bit more. He got that chase he was looking for. That right there is good pitching.
The 2-2 on the way.
3-2.
Hot shot to first base, and he snags it to end the inning. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. That one fouled off. And a curve misses outside. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
He swings and hits a fly ball, center field. Nice grab on the run. And there are 2 down. So up next for Toronto, Dalton Rushing. The 1-1 is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. Swings and misses. And that's strikeout number 1. Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far. Next pitch, a slider that misses outside. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Fires over to Guerrero. And the leadoff hitter retired in the 5th. Jake Cronenworth, the next to hit. Swing and a soft liner out to left field. And that'll fall for a base hit. And they have their first base runner since the 2nd inning. So digging in, Andres Chaparro.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Cronenworth over at first with 1 away. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. Got him. Foul tip. Strike 3.
And he'll be beating himself up on the way back to the dugout. Got a pitch to hit and just couldn't get to it. I think that slider really caught way more of the plate than it was supposed to.
Hit in the air, right field. Rooker coming in on it. Brings it in, and the inning is over. Still nothing on the scoreboard for him after 5. It's the Blue Jays 1 and the Padres nothing. Back here in San Diego, and the batter now, Andres Jimenez. Hit in the air, center field. Wall settles under this one. Hauls it in, and there's 1 away. And next for Toronto, Willie Adames. 1 out, bases empty. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Strikeout number 8. Chris, 3rd time through the order, and a couple of quick outs for the starter.
Yeah, he's been very frugal today. Economical with the pitch count.
Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. And that is that. 3 up, 3 down that time. 9-1-2 scheduled to hit in the home half of the 6th. And we're back. Well, we go bottom 6. Now it's the right fielder, Connor Joe. And a count 1-2. Wow, nice play. Throw to first. Nicely done for the out.
Great cat-like reflexes right there. Lays out, knocks the ball down, and then fires with that rocket arm all the way across the diamond. Man, put this guy on the mound.
Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game. Forrest Wall, the next up for the Padres. And he got him. Strike 3, and that'll retire the side. Ron Marinaccio into the game.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Misses the zone, and he gets him to chase. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Yuki Matsui, the young lefty, looks to be getting himself ready. Suarez also getting ready.
This is a good time to step out of the box, take a deep breath, reset. A couple of change-ups. Probably won't see another one here.
Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Went back to the changeup, and it was successful.
Well, he didn't want to go after him with the fastball at all in that at-bat. Nothing but off-speed stuff. Even with all the changeups coming, somehow he was still early on the swing. So I think he had to be thinking it was only a matter of time until he saw some heat.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Chance to strike out the side now. You talk about the benefits, the advantages of relievers who can come in and get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves. Knowing that they can miss the bat, tell you what, that's huge and can change the ball game.
That one the other way. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Brian Burr.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close.
Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And the leadoff hitter set down to open the 7th. Looking to get the tying run on base. And that's fouled off. Now all even up. Way inside. And the tying run is on base.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
Swing and a miss. Looked off balance that time. Swings and misses. Struck him out. Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees. Here's the second baseman, Jake Cronenworth. Misses inside. 2-1.
Typically, the outfield defense will play a little bit deeper just to keep the ball in front, make sure that runner on first doesn't come all the way around to score and tie this ball game up.
Back foot slider struck him out. One left for San Diego. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Yuki Matsui.
And as relievers go, he's not a big strikeout guy. Tries to force weak contact, so command and execution are huge for him.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. Stays alive. Another 1-2. It misses. It's a strikeout. So the bullpen doing a nice job backing up the effort from their starter.
Yeah, we've seen some pretty excellent pitching out of this staff so far. I mean, they've come in ready to do their job and get outs. They've been pretty tough to get to in this one.
Base is empty, one away, and we're in the top of the 8th. Right side, Farmer. He steps on the bag. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 8th. Here's the Toronto catcher, Dalton Rushing. 2 outs. Activity in the bullpen for San Diego. Nick Mears up and loosening in the pen. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And the Blue Jays go down. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Zach Jackson. He's pitching on 2 days rest. So now 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Lifted in the air, right field. Now there's 1 away. Kyle Farmer up to the plate now. In the air, out to center. Got it. Nice grab. And there's 2 down. And now the right fielder, Connor Joe.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go along.
That ends the inning, so we take a break. We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Robert Suarez.
Definitely a guy that pounds the strike zone, makes hitters earn their way on base, and rarely gets in trouble because of free passes.
Well, 1-run game. Now it's the second baseman, Andres Jimenez.
It's good speed at the top of the order here. You want to get it on, see if you can get a stolen base, maybe get around the bases and pick up a run.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th. Willie Adames next up for the Blue Jays. Ground ball to the right side. Takes it to the bag, steps on first, and it's out number 2. 2 down, base is empty. And now for the Jays, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. That just misses, and the count is 2-2.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's
so Vladdy Jr. strikes out. So no run. Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Jeff Hoffman. He has a great slider with tons of movement. It's Xander Bogaerts now. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit.
Well, that at bat had a lot riding on it. Certainly a pivotal swing of the bat in this ball game. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from. And there's just no one there to knock it down.
He's 2 outs away. And next is the designated hitter, Yandy Diaz.
All season long, he's racked up a number of saves, and sometimes the adrenaline doesn't get high enough until there's a runner or 2 on base.
Ball 4, he walked him, and that'll keep the line moving.
They're not ready to go home quite yet.
Max Kepler digs in now.
Just about gives his skipper a heart attack, but that's where he functions best.
And that one finds its way through. Here's the throw to the plate. It's offline, and he scores. We're tied at 1. That makes it a 15-game hitting streak. And there's some buzz about it now, Singy.
It's nothing crazy, but it does say a lot about how well he's seeing pitches and really making solid contact, barreling up the baseball at times, and everything it seems he's hitting hard. As hot as he is, I could see this streak going for a little while longer.
And that'll load the bases. Here at the bottom of the 9th, 1 out. Next for the Padres, Jake Cronenworth.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Base hit, that'll do it. The winning run crosses the plate, and the Padres walk it off.
Well, you come into the ninth inning down. First, you're looking to tie it. They did that, but then they got the extra to put themselves on top. These players knew exactly what it was going to take to win this ball game. I love it when you see a team find a way to win, and that's what they did today.
And your final score here today, 2-1 for Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB.